China is exploring a remarkable new way to protect contested islands. Intelligent machines watching the sky, sea surface, and underwater approaches together. Instead of depending mainly on personnel and crewed ships, this system could create a connected robotic shield around remote outposts. In this video, we will reveal how it works, why it matters, and what could determine its future. Imagine an island surrounded by machines that can see in 3 directions at once. Upward into the sky, outward across the water, and downward beneath the waves. That is the idea developed by researchers from the China Coast Guard Academy and Dalian Maritime University. Their proposal, published in July in Command Control and Simulation, presents a coordinated protection network built around aerial drones, uncrewed surface vessels, underwater vehicles, and facilities positioned on islands and reefs. The aerial layer would provide the widest view. Drones flying above an island could observe surrounding waters, identify approaching aircraft or vessels, and follow activity beyond the reach of cameras installed on land. Because these platforms can move, their viewing positions could change whenever conditions require a different angle. This would help reduce gaps created by an island's limited size and fixed geography. The surface layer would operate closer to the water. Uncrewed boats could patrol around coastlines, reefs, and narrow maritime approaches. They could observe locations that personnel cannot monitor continuously from a control room. These vessels would extend the island's presence beyond the shoreline while reducing the need to place crews on every patrol platform. The underwater layer would cover the most difficult environment. Autonomous vehicles could inspect submerged approaches, shallow zones, and areas around reefs that land-based sensors cannot examine. This creates a much fuller picture because activity beneath the surface would no longer remain separated from what is happening above it. Artificial intelligence would connect the 3 layers. Instead of presenting operators with several unrelated information feeds, the system could process data from each platform and combine it into one picture. Human personnel could then understand where an object appeared, how it moved, and which platform had the clearest view. The attraction of this system begins with a simple calculation. Numerous inexpensive platforms can create a difficult challenge for larger and more costly equipment. Traditional island protection relies heavily on personnel, crewed ships, and fixed surveillance equipment. Each has strengths, but each also has limits. Personnel cannot watch every approach every minute. A crewed vessel can only occupy one location at a time. Fixed sensors may provide continuous observation, yet reefs, weather, distance, and the shape of the coastline can create areas that remain difficult to see. A multi-layered network attempts to solve those problems by spreading responsibility across specialized platforms. Aerial drones would provide broad coverage. Surface vessels would watch nearby waters. Underwater vehicles would examine submerged routes. Fixed island nodes would help connect the information. Rather than asking one expensive platform to perform every task, the proposed structure divides the work among machines designed for different environments. Cost is another major reason this approach is receiving attention. Relatively inexpensive units may be easier to produce, distribute, and replace than large crewed platforms. Losing access to one unit would not necessarily remove the entire network's awareness. Another drone or vessel could continue monitoring the same area, while the remaining platforms adjusted their positions. This principle is known as redundancy. It means the network should not depend completely on one machine, one sensor, or one communication path. If a platform stopped functioning or a connection became unavailable, other units could preserve at least part of the coverage. The system might continue operating at reduced capacity instead of becoming completely inactive. That resilience could be especially valuable around isolated islands and reefs. Their distance from support facilities can make constant crewed patrols demanding. Machines could handle repetitive observation tasks while personnel concentrated on interpreting information and making decisions. The real value, therefore, is not replacing people with robots. It is using machines to extend how far people can see, how long they can monitor an area, and how quickly information from different environments can be understood together. The location makes this proposal particularly important today. The South China Sea is one of Asia's most contested maritime regions, with overlapping territorial or maritime claims involving China, the Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia, Brunei, and Taiwan. China has already constructed and expanded facilities on several disputed features. Adding connected aerial, surface, and underwater systems could create another technological layer around that infrastructure. This could give operators a broader and more continuous picture of nearby activity. An aerial drone might notice a distant vessel. A surface platform could move closer for a better view. An underwater vehicle could check what is happening beneath the same area. Information from all three could reach personnel without requiring a crew to travel immediately to each location. Another advantage would be flexibility. Operators could reposition individual platforms as conditions changed, allowing the network to concentrate attention on busy routes, close temporary observation gaps, and adapt its coverage without rebuilding fixed facilities ashore. However, an important distinction must remain clear. The concept describes a possible future architecture. It does not demonstrate that China has already transformed its South China Sea outposts into fully autonomous robotic bases. A research proposal can identify a promising direction, but turning it into a dependable operational network requires working machines, reliable software, secure connections, trained operators, and long-term support. The maritime environment creates difficulties. Aerial drones must operate around changing weather. Surface vessels must handle waves and currents. Underwater vehicles need dependable navigation and communication in places where signals are more difficult to transmit. Every platform must send information back to the network without creating confusion or unnecessary delays. Artificial intelligence could help manage that volume of data, but human judgment would remain essential. Software may identify patterns and highlight unusual movement, while personnel evaluate context and choose an appropriate response. This balance matters because busy waters may contain fishing boats, commercial vessels, research activity, and government ships moving within the same region. The wider impact may extend beyond China. Other claimants could examine similar technologies, improve their surveillance systems, or change how they operate near disputed features. As uncrewed platforms become more common, transparency and clear communication may become important. The proposal is therefore not only about machines protecting islands. It shows how connected autonomy could reshape awareness, decision-making, and regional activity across contested maritime spaces. China's proposed island network combines aerial drones, uncrewed boats, underwater vehicles, fixed sensors, and artificial intelligence into one coordinated system. Its greatest strength would come from persistent coverage, shared information, and redundancy, not any individual machine. Yet the concept remains a research proposal, not confirmation of fully autonomous bases operating today. Its future will depend on reliability, communication, environmental performance, human supervision, and cost. What makes it important is the direction it reveals. Remote islands could increasingly rely on connected machines to extend awareness across every surrounding domain. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on space exploration and scientific discoveries, and don't forget to leave a comment below. Also, you can visit our website, spaceinews.com. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.